Angela Rayner did not pay enough tax on a property she purchased, and so she has had to resign as the UK's Deputy Prime Minister. Jim Davidson's statement on Angela Rayner's resignation. You're not going to believe this. Angela Rayner steps down in a political shocker, and just hours later, comedian and commentator Jim Davidson wades right in, claiming he always knew she couldn't do it. That's right, not a politician, not an insider, but Davidson himself firing off a blunt assessment that's got people talking across the UK. Some say he's just saying what many already think. Others accuse him of kicking someone when they're down. But either way, it's fuel to an already raging fire around Rayner's sudden resignation. Welcome to Back Britain Unfold. So, how did we get here? And what does Davidson's controversial comment really mean in the bigger picture? Let's break it down. Angela Rayner, deputy leader of the Labour Party, shocked the political world with her resignation. The official statement was careful, polished, talking about personal reasons and putting the party first. But we all know when it comes to resignations at this level, there's always more going on behind the curtain. Her departure didn't come out of nowhere. For weeks, the media spotlight has been relentless. Speculation over her future, pressure from within her own party, whispers of divisions between her and Keir Starmer. And now, boom, she's gone. Enter Jim Davidson, never shy, never subtle, and never afraid to ruffle feathers. On his platform, he dismissed the shock entirely. He said he wasn't surprised because, in his words, she just couldn't handle it. And that comment sparked outrage and applause in equal measure. Let's pause here because this is bigger than one soundbite. Davidson, love him or hate him, represents a slice of public opinion that's deeply sceptical of politicians who rise quickly, promise much, and then walk away under pressure. His blunt words cut to the core of the debate. Was Rayner ever really ready for the weight of national leadership? Or is this just another case of a politician undone by media frenzy and internal rivalries? Because let's be real, politics today isn't just about policies. It's about surviving the storm, the scandals, the headlines, the Twitter pylons, the late-night leaks. And if you can't stand firm in that fire, people like Davidson will be the first to call you out. Reactions came flooding in. One Labour supporter fired back online. Easy for Jim Davidson to mock. At least Rayner was actually trying to change something. Another comment on Facebook read, he's not wrong. Rayner was out of her depth from the start. Davidson just said what no one else would dare. Inside Westminster, things were just as divided. One Labour MP reportedly said privately, this hurts. Rayner was one of our strongest connections to working-class voters. Losing her voice is a disaster. Meanwhile, Conservative figures wasted no time seizing the narrative. One backbencher put it bluntly, Labour can't even hold on to its deputy leader. How can they hold on to government? And that's where Davidson's timing matters. His comment didn't happen in a vacuum. It landed right as Labour is trying to project stability, discipline, and readiness to lead Britain. Instead, the resignation, the backlash, the mocking commentary, it all paints a picture of chaos. Think about the pattern. Resignations, reshuffles, constant turmoil. The public sees it, the media amplifies it, and comedians like Davidson throw gasoline on the flames. It's not just about Rayner. It's about what her departure represents. Another crack in Labour's armour, another distraction from their push to look like a government in waiting. But let's zoom out even further. Why does this matter so much? Because politics is built on trust. And right now, trust in political leadership is hanging by a thread. Jim Davidson's comment, whether you love or hate it, taps into that frustration. It's the frustration of voters who feel let down again and again. They see politicians promise the world, then bow out under pressure. They see instability instead of leadership, and every time it happens, that bond of trust weakens just a little more. Now here's the big question. Was Davidson right? Did Rayner prove in the end that she couldn't handle the pressure? Or was she driven out by a toxic mix of party infighting and relentless scrutiny that no one could have survived? Both sides have a point. Rayner was fiery, passionate, unpolished qualities that made her relatable to many but a target for critics. She wasn't afraid. This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news from across the UK right here on Britain Unfold. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Unfold channel. Thank you.